Hi guys! So it's Wednesday and I'm very sorry about last week. I spent a lot of time on the sofa. Probably 4 out of the last 7 days have been pretty rubbish, to be honest, and the only day that I did have any energy, thank God, was the day that I went to see Phantom of the Opera in London, which was amazing, by the way. My friend Alison and I went, and we also went to Bubba Gump's, which any self-respecting Forrest Gump fans will be very jealous of. It is really, really good. You have to like shrimp, big surprise. Lucky we both do, but the food was incredible. I have a really busy week coming up this week, so I'm a bit worried that I'm gonna struggle a lot. Like yesterday and today are kind of my rest days. Tomorrow I'm meeting a friend. I'm tutoring my nieces and nephews. Thursday we're going to see a TV programme being filmed. Friday we're going to Brighton for a book signing. And then Saturday we're in London for a friend's birthday party. There's going to be some early nights needed to get through that. Either that or for the following 7 days afterwards I'm going to completely crash. We'll just have to wait and see. So at the beginning of the year I made a video about New Year's resolutions, and so far I'm not doing too badly. I have read 2 books so far this year, Billy and Me by Giovanna Fletcher and the Christmas novella that goes with it, and The Rosie Project. I can't remember the author's name, very sorry. And I'm currently reading 100 Names by Celia Ahern. So I'm a book ahead of my goal at the moment, but this book is taking me ages because it really is quite fat. But that's going well. Texting back my friends and family, slid a little bit. I'm trying to catch up with everyone. Do forgive me, family and friends. I'm not doing it to piss you off. I just have a complete and utter mental brain. And the other resolution that I said in my video was about booking the wedding. Now, in the last fortnight, our circumstances have changed to mean that we can finally start planning the wedding. It's been a long, long road up until this point. We've been together like 11 years next week, and we've been engaged for 2.5, almost 3 years, and we've not been allowed to be able to plan it due to circumstances and money and stuff like that. So it's been a long old journey, and I didn't think we'd get to that point. It felt like it was going to be forever. And now, you know, it's been advised that me and Mike get our butts in gear to have babies. So we're trying to plan a last minute wedding now, sometime this year. And we have the normal troubles of like the guest list, which is doing my head in, to be honest. We have a lot of friends and I have a humongous family, and there is simply no way we can invite every single person we know, unless we won the lottery. The guest list is currently about 100 people, which is mad. It really is, because I knew that we had a lot of friends, but I didn't realise quite how many. And yeah, so we got all the normal worries of wedding planning, but there's so much more you have to consider when you are disabled. I've written a little list because, of course, again, I have no memory as always. So one thing is that we always have to look at venues and make sure they're accessible. And I went to the Essex Heart FM wedding show over the weekend with my friend Jenny and her sister Emily, and it's surprising how many people didn't know if their venues were fully accessible, and that happens a lot. A lot of places will just put ramps in some places, and oh, you only need to do 1 or 2 steps here to get into the accessible bit. Well, then you're not actually 100% accessible then. I mean, I can do 1 or 2 steps here and there, and you know, I can cope, but some of my guests cannot walk at all, and I'm not having them dragging themselves anywhere to get to places. So finding an accessible venue is probably number 1. The dress we had an issue with, because the dress I always wanted, I didn't get in the end because the wheels on the wheelchair would completely just mess it up. It probably gets tangled in the spokes and probably get mud and stuff all over the beautiful dress. So the dress I do have, it is able to tuck underneath me and still look very pretty. But yeah, you have to really worry about things like that. That's the whole reason we got the engagement ring we did, was because I didn't want one of the big ones that come out at the top, because I was really worried that I'd end up getting it caught in the spokes on the wheelchair. So it's kind of a weird thing, but you know, that's what we have to think about. Also, what was the other things? Ah, yes, walking in general. So I don't think anyone who is, I suppose I'm part-time disabled. I mean, I'm disabled all the time. I'm always in pain. I always struggle. But I'm determined to walk down the aisle. So I want to hold on to my dad and walk my way to the end of the aisle. Of course, I'm going to have to sit down when I get there. But I don't want my dad to have to push me down the aisle. And plus, I also want to do my first dance. Now, it'll only be one of the, you know, like school discos. Hand around Michael's neck, swaying, because I have no rhythm really, and I'm basically holding on to him for dear life. But I would like to do the first dance, but I may not have the choice to do either. We just have to see what health issues and what my conditions are doing at that moment in time. I mean, it won't take it away from the day, but you know, even though I've been disabled my entire life, I still expected to do both. So hopefully I will. So we just have to see. What else did I list? Ah, yes, the spazzy eye problem. Now, because I have cerebral palsy, I can't feel the left side of my body pretty much. I mean, I can feel the odd thing and I can feel some pain. But you know when you get pins and needles and the feeling starts coming back in your limb and it's quite heavy and numb? That's how the left side of my body, the whole left side of my body feels. And when I've had makeovers and friends have done makeup, I have a real issue of people coming near me because my left eye, I don't have the coordination and the strength to keep it open if someone comes near me. Like with this eye, I can keep it open. They can do the makeup as much as they want to do, but this eye just completely spazzes out. And I went to a makeover where the makeup artist started having a go, and I was like, I cannot control it. I'm not doing this on purpose. I can't feel that side of my face. So what do you expect me to do? So I want kind of a vintagey look to my hair and makeup, and I'm hoping to have like the eye flicks. I can't do them myself. I am no beauty blogger. I cannot do makeup. So I'm hoping we get a nice patient makeup artist who can do my makeup, even with my like specialness in my left eye. But they were all weird things you'd have to think about. And when I've said to my friends about this, they were kind of confused and surprised that they'd never thought about these things. But then why would they? Because when they got married, they didn't have to consider these unusual circumstances. Just thinking about the wedding is so overwhelming. I waited so long to get going on it, and I'm waiting for a venue to get back to me. But it's just, I feel like I'm panicking all the time when I think about it, and I'm sure this is normal bride stuff. My problem is I'm always thinking about what other people want. And every bride and groom keeps telling me, former bride and groom, keeps telling me to just do what we want to do. If I had my way, I'd have every person I've ever met all in one big room. We'd have a sit-down meal. We'd have loads of cool things like popcorn machines and magicians and Toastmasters and 3 photographers going around, because I'm not allowed to take my camera with me to my own wedding. It's been banned, which anyone who knows me, that is like ripping away my right hand. I always have a camera with me. So yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. Once we get the venue sorted and we've booked a date and the ceremony is all booked, the registrar and all that gumph, then I think I might relax, because then anything after that is kind of the case of hopefully we get it done, hopefully we can afford it. If not, we'll just have to do without it, because as long as I'm there, as long as he's there, our families are there and our closest friends and family are there, we should be okay. So if I don't get flowers, if I don't have pretty things, if I don't have a popcorn machine, oh well. Because in the end, I just want to be married to the guy I love, finally, and then we can make babies. Yeah! Sorry, Dad. So, anyway, next week is blog week. And I will probably tell you about the week I've had with the TV show and the book signing and all the fun in between. I hope you're all well, and yeah, I'll see you next week.